Hey guys, it's Red Wing Fan 1340 here. I haven't made a video in a while, but the Wings are playing the Bruins in the playoffs right now. The series is tied 1-1. Um, but after game two, I felt like something's not quite right. Um, and honestly, going into game one, I felt there was something that wasn't quite right either. And it's just the idea that I think one of the biggest keys to the Wings going forward is to switch the lines up, switch them back to pretty much what worked at the beginning of the year combined with what worked at the end of the season as well. Because when Datsuk returned to the lineup, everything just went down the drain. Babcock just completely took the lines, threw them out, and just pretty much recreated an entire new lineup of just completely top to bottom when he didn't really need to do that. I think the team is honestly suffering horribly from it right now. Um, uh, Datsuk right now is playing with Franzen, um, which just doesn't work. Just to be honest, it doesn't work. It hasn't worked in a long time because when Franzen plays with Datsuk, he floats. He doesn't really contribute anything. He'll win a board battle, but as far as like the power play goes, power play still stinks. Even strength, he's not scoring any goals. He scored one goal in his last 21, 22 games now. He's just not contributing, and the line just does not work. Um, there's nothing wrong with changing the lines when Datsuk came back. There's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, it was kind of expected. But you kind of look at what worked at the beginning of the year. Alfredson is being wasted on the third line right now. Um, I don't know why he's playing on the third line. I know Babcock's like trying to um, spread out the talent, the scoring talent, but it's not working. We have 2 goals in 2 games. Granted, we won the first game, 1-0, but other than that, it just hasn't really worked. There's not been a whole lot of offense, even though they've gotten a lot of shots on net. Um, but what I'm pretty much saying is throw Alfredson with Datsuk again because it worked in the beginning of the year, and honestly, both of them could use a little kickstart. Especially Alfredson, who hasn't done crap. Um, and what I would do is I would throw Yurko on the top line with them. Because Advocator, if I see Advocator on the top line again, I'm gonna punch a hole through my TV. Because he has no top line talent at all whatsoever. He's pretty much used as Datsuk's backboard. He throws pucks on net, and sometimes it bounces off Advocator's face and it goes in the net. That's pretty much the extent of Advocator on the top line. But at least Yurko has scoring talent. He has potential, and if you're looking for someone who can play physical and still produce something offensively, go with Yurko. Why not? I mean, honestly, I think that's pretty just the term "why not" could justify him over Advocator at this point. So what am I saying for the second line? Franzen is not going to move down any further than that. So Franzen, Legwand, Nyquist. It worked. Bring it back. Plain and simple. Um, Legwand's playing on the fourth line. Why? I mean, I understand you're trying to put scoring talent through all 4 lines. That's great. It's not working, and it doesn't even look good. Legwand isn't going to dominate. He's not going to take over a game by himself. I'm not pretending that he is. But it worked. The line worked. That's when Nyquist was playing his best. Nyquist hasn't looked very good these last 2 games. This isn't a very friendly series for some of the Wings because it's Boston. They're going to hurt you. They're going to be physical. They're not used to this. A lot of the Wings lineup is not used to this, including the young players, like even Sheahan. Sheahan has not had a good first 2 games, but he's still a great player. This, honestly, this is the most anti-Thomas Tatar series I think I've ever seen in my life. He's going to walk into the zone, try and ditzy daddle through 2 defenders, and then he's going to get rocked on. Yeah, he's going to fall on the ice because that's what Boston's going to do to you. But back to the lines. From that point, I would have Tatar and Sheahan together. Just works. They've been playing together for the longest time now. And since Jurko's on the top line, just switch, put Advocator there. Why not? Less minutes. Honestly, if I had the choice and if I'm just trying to be realistic here. Abdelkader's not going to play on the fourth line. He's just not. Which leaves the fourth line to Helm, Glendening, and Miller. I would have Glendening taking the face-offs, but at the same time, I'm like, well, I like Helm playing center because I don't know, he's just more defensive. Honestly, Glendening's more defensively responsible, I think. Shockingly enough, but Helm just plays better when he has all that ice to work with. That's just his game. But that's pretty much all I wanted to touch on because these lines are absolutely horrendous and they do not work. And they are not going to win 3 more games with that lineup. It's not going to work. I could talk about everything else. The defense, pretty much what I expected into the series. If you make one mistake against Boston, it can cost you the entire game. Howard wanted to. Howard got away with playing the puck twice in game one without it backfiring, but it backfired in game two. But just for now, that's all I wanted to touch on, and yeah, see you later.